All right, Robert Strang is with us. He's the CEO of Investigative Management, a former FBI special agent, and this is I think what's happened here in Nigeria is just sort of shocks Americans when they hear the story, because they don't realize that there is such a wild nature to things that are going on, especially in West Africa. You know, the part of Africa that is, you know, where Sierra Leone is, and some of the other nations, the Ivory Coast, all those, you know, right on the Atlantic Ocean, and then below in Nigeria, the governments have basically failed there, right? And you've got these marauding bands.
Right. Well, Rich Rowe, actually, I was a DEA agent, and we have offices in 150 countries around the world, and you know, we deal a lot with these kinds of governments where they just don't have the strength, they don't have the experience, they don't have the money to be able to combat, you know, these kinds of security issues. And unfortunately, where you have the weakest governments, where you have the weakest perimeters in law enforcement, is where you're going to see the most violent and corrupt organizations take hold, like they did here. We've seen it in other countries, like in Mexico with the drug cartels, and other parts in the Middle East and other countries there. And, you know, for us to be able to go in with training, to be able to go in with weapons, with support, with different types of forensic investigators and equipment, you know, we could spend so much money just to reinforce and to train and to guide these governments to be able to make things better in their country. And we do it every day.
Well, now the White House says they're acknowledging that there has been assets sent over to American assets are being sent over. The Nigerian government has requested, and we're sending them over. But we're not quite sure what the assets are in total, but we are told that at least the president yesterday told ABC News, told Ginger Z, as a matter of fact, of ABC News, that this is, we're not sending over armed personnel at the moment. And we're not also giving them drone support at the moment. Is that enough?
Well, sure. I mean, look, you could use the same analogy with Mexico, where we spent billions of dollars over the years in terms of support to fight the cartels. You know, we're going to send intelligence agents for training purposes. We're going to send equipment to use for wiretaps and for other types of monitoring devices and surveillance. We're going to send some of our best trainers from Quantico and from the CIA to be able to train their government officials in dealing with this. You know, it's a multi approach. We're using our government officials, our intelligence, and our military to go in there and give them the kind of backbone and support that they need to even try to investigate this.
Robert, what about, and this may be too cinematic a scenario, but what about what if somebody with a lot of money and clout decided to send a civilian team of former military in there? I mean, could something like that happen?
Sure. I mean, you know, that's possible. I mean, if somebody wanted to spend that kind of money to go in there and try to locate these children, they could. I mean, right now, I can't imagine the money that the U.S. government is putting into this exercise that anybody could do better than that anybody would have the better equipment and surveillance techniques and forensics than our government. I think finally, you know, the State Department is fully behind this. You heard Secretary of State Kerry say that he's been trying to get their attention from day one. He finally has it. He has every resource available to be able to try to locate these 300 plus children. You know, I think right now, finally, after 3 weeks, we're doing everything there that's humanly possible to help them.
And can we do that without putting eyes in the sky? Can we do that on the ground alone, do you think?
Well, you know, you don't know that there's not eyes in the skies. When you talk about drones, you're talking about, you know, there's several types of surveillance equipment that's utilized in the sky.
Yeah.
And it's not all out to, you know, to hit a target. Sometimes it's there just to intercept communication, to locate vehicles or people. So, our satellite systems and intelligence network is very strong around the world.
And Robert, let me ask you before we let you go. Do you think that there is enough governmental support on the Nigerian government side to actually get these guys? Because in the failed government like they seem to be having here, or at least portions of it failing, that's where guys like this self-proclaimed madman, that he's able to assemble hundreds of guys in this militia that are willing to go with him, and he may have tentacles into the government. Can we trust the Nigerian government?
Look, we deal with this every day in so many countries around the world. Corrupt governments, lack of resources, from the highest level to the lowest level. This isn't anything new for us to deal with. It's a very big challenge to go in and deal with it and work side by side and try to accomplish our goals. But we've done it in many other countries, and I'm sure that we'll be able to do it in Nigeria as well.
Robert, thank you very much. Appreciate it. CEO of Investigative Management, former DEA Special Agent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about this, right? Wait till you seen the audio of this guy?
Yeah, insane.
And any country whose president's name is Goodluck.
Goodluck Jonathan.
Yeah, Goodluck Jonathan.
What is that?
Sounds like something from Pirates of the Caribbean, doesn't it?